Hello, how do teenagers make you feel? I joined a church youth group when I was 13 and stayed on, becoming an assistant leader until I went to university aged 19. And since then, I have not stopped working with teenagers in one way or another. Now I am a volunteer in the chaplaincy team at the local secondary school and write novels for young adults. That's between ages 13 and 18. As they transition from childhood to adulthood, teenagers are fascinating. Beautiful personalities begin to blossom, revealing courage and wisdom, peppered with a lingering innocence. They lack experience, their brains are still developing, but their hormones are stirring. Their sense of injustice is acute. It's an exciting time, but one fraught with danger. That's why I write books about and for them. So this autumn, I'm embarking on a video series on YouTube, which I'm calling Teen World. It will also be available as a podcast on Spotify. I will take a dive into the challenges and contributions of our teens in Britain today. I've asked lots of people their ideas and their insights, including young people. So beginning on the 7th of September, there will be a new episode every fortnight. So why not join me and let your friends know too? Hi, it's getting closer to the launch of my YouTube series, Teen World. Why am I doing this and for whom? The first thing to say is that the videos are not aimed at teenagers. I write novels for their age group. I meet them socially in churches and in schools, but I don't connect with them online. Young people are the first to tell you of the dangers of social media. Despite what you might hear in TV interviews, most teenagers I meet are in favour of a ban for under 16s. These videos and podcasts are for parents and grandparents and those of us who want to try and think through their fast-changing world. Teenagers have always been the least understood generation and experience a combination of direct rejection, subtle sidelining, as well as acceptance and love. They are also exploited in every way imaginable. My aim here is to help us like them, appreciate them, and encourage us to look after them while giving them space to make a real contribution to the world. So join me on YouTube and in a podcast on Spotify this autumn. It launches on Monday, the 7th of September. Hello! It's getting closer and closer to the launch of my YouTube series, Teen World. It will also be available as a podcast on Spotify. So, what form will the videos take? For the most part, it'll be just me talking to camera with a few illustrations thrown in. A talented teenager has specially composed and plays a little flute piece to introduce the talks. And the illustrations are from the illustrator of my books, Anna Hewitt Raktani, who is now at uni. Each session will address a challenge or a contribution from the teen world. I will say something about this and then move on to read something that illustrates the theme from one of my books. To date, I have written 9 novels and a collection of poems and short stories alongside Anna's beautiful illustrations. The select passages will also involve young people, putting them at the centre of things. Through this series, I hope to help raise the profile of teenagers in Britain today. They are all too often forgotten until some tragedy strikes. Perhaps that might change a little once they get a vote at 16, I hope so. Join me this autumn beginning on Monday the 7th of September 2026. Hello, my Teen World YouTube launch is approaching fast. It is time for Monday the 7th of September. People are asking if I have an ulterior motive to making these videos. Isn't it really about selling my books? The answer is an emphatic no. It is primarily about raising the profile of young people in our society. Of course, as an author of published novels, I would love it if more people read them, but I haven't put a lot of effort into advertising and promotion. This series is the first time I have brought attention to my work online in any big way. But here is why I want people to read my books. I want people to read my books for two reasons. First, I truly want young people to be happy and feel they have a real contribution to make in the world. I write for them because they are on my heart. I am past the age where I need any personal success or acclamation, and I have no need to make a living in writing. It's not about me. Most of my books are explicitly written for teenagers. I want them to be fulfilled and grow in hope and have fun. There are some really good YA books out there, but some teen readers can have insatiable appetites. Others need persuading into reading. I try and cater for both these groups. I delight in young people reading my books, but they rarely buy them themselves. Few teenagers have access to the funds. If the trend at book fairs is anything to go by, most of my books are bought by adults as presents. If these videos and podcasts help to increase the visibility of my books and result in more readers, then I will be happy. I'm being urged by young readers to get on YouTube. They tell me it's the way, so I am taking their word for it and going for it. It's taken me longer to do this than I would normally need to write a book, so it's been a challenge. I said I had two reasons. So what's my second reason? Some time ago, before I retired, I was invited to spend a few years in Sudan working in tertiary education. The children there have very different opportunities. There are few typical teenagers like those in Britain. Over the years, income from my book sales has gone to help children in South Sudan and Sudan. Currently, I am supporting Kids for Kids, who operate in Darfur in war-torn Sudan. The more I get, the more I can send. Thank you. Don't forget, Monday the 7th of September is the launch date of the YouTube series and the podcast on Spotify. Look forward to seeing you there.